Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and with the release of the new 100,000 point bonus on the Chase Sapphire Preferred, a lot of people are now getting interested in that card, and you may be pondering the question how to get approved for it or just how to qualify for the bonus. So there's kind of two things here: how to get approved for the card, credit score wise, financial situation wise, and there are some specific rules about whether or not you are eligible for the bonus. We're going to go through all of those things today. We'll also tell you how you can get the annual fee waived for the first year as well. So let's get right into it. And first of all, let's talk about what credit score you're going to need to apply for the card. All right. So Credit Karma states that the average credit score of people who get approved for the Sapphire Preferred is 736. Okay, so that's the average from normal applicants, but people who manage to apply for it with a lower credit score, the typical low credit score is 646. Okay, we'll talk about who might be able to get it with a low credit score a little bit later, but first let's look at sort of the typical applicant. Okay, so regular applicants, I would suggest apply for this card if your credit score is above 700, if you've got 1 year of credit history, and also because this card gives a minimum credit limit of $5,000, I would recommend if you have some other cards that also have $5,000 limits or close to that much, that will increase your chances of getting approved, okay? Often American Express cards give way higher limits and are easy to get once your credit score is around, 690, 700. So you might want to get an Amex credit card first with a high limit, and then you'll easily get approved for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Chase seems to like to see that other issuers have trusted you first with a high limit before they approve you. But someone who fits that bill, all those three things, I would say you'll get approved easily. Don't think the $5,000 limit thing is set in stone though. If you've got a couple of other credit cards with $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000 limits, you probably will get approved as well. Okay, we're just giving you the best situation. All right, now let's talk about people with low credit scores and how you might want to get approved. And typically, so if you have a credit score in the low 600s, you could still get this card, but typically you'll need to bank with Chase or be willing to go the extra mile in showing proof of income, that kind of thing. But you're most likely to get it if you bank with Chase. All right, so the way to do this really would be to apply, first of all, online, perhaps, okay, or in branch, but then you get rejected, and then you go into a branch and you talk with a Chase banker, all right? Now, if you bank with Chase, he can pull up your account on screen, he can look at your transactions, he can see how much money is gonna, coming in each month and if it's healthy and stuff, and the Chase banker can then write a letter or an email to the credit card department saying, hey, this person, although their score is low, they want to build credit, their financials are healthy, give them a card, okay? Normally they can overturn that decision. I had that situation exactly with my first Chase card, which was actually my first credit card, the Chase Freedom. I got rejected online, went into a branch, talked to a banker, he looked at my account, saw there was money coming in every month, and he actually wrote me wrote an email supporting my application, okay, and I got approved. If you don't bank with Chase, maybe you could do it by still going into a branch, talking with the banker, saying, hey, I can prove income, that kind of thing, but it's gonna be much, much easier if you bank with Chase, okay? I've heard of people who they put like $180,000 into a Chase account and they were immediately offered the Sapphire Preferred, okay? But, well, obviously not everyone has that kind of money to play with, all right? Okay, so next of all, we're gonna talk about several Chase rules, okay, that will affect whether you can get the card and also whether you're allowed to get the bonus, okay? Now, these rules are the 230 rule, okay? The 524 rule, the 1 Sapphire rule, and the 48-month rule, all right? And then at the end, we're gonna tell you how you can get it with a waived annual fee. So don't forget to actually, stick around for that, all right? But first of all, let's look, I think, at the 230 rule, okay? So this is the 230 rule, and this rule states that you can only open 2 Chase cards in 30 days. So if you've opened 2 in the last 30 days and you try to go for that third Chase card, all right, you can't do it, okay? You cannot open more than 2 Chase cards in 30 days. Now, there used to be a double dipping kind of hack for this, all right? It used to be that you could apply for 2 cards on the same day and it would count as 1 application, 1 hard pull. This seems to, from all the data points I've looked at, it seems to not be possible anymore, okay? So the 230 rule, only 2 Chase cards in the last 30 days. To be honest, the amount of people this will apply to is very small. I mean, not that many people are going to be applying for 3 Chase cards in 30 days, okay? So this one, probably not that many people, but our next one will certainly apply to a lot of people. And this is a big one that could prevent you from getting the card, and that is the 524 rule, okay? So the 524 rule states that you cannot open a Chase card if you have opened 5 or more credit cards of any bank, not just Chase, but 5 or more credit cards in the past 24 months, which is 2 years. Now, this pertains to personal credit cards, okay, in general, cards that show up on your personal credit report, okay? So some business cards that don't show up on your personal, that won't matter, okay? So it's only if it shows up on your personal credit report. You can check this on Credit Karma or any other credit monitoring app, okay? Some business cards like Capital One do actually report to the personal bureaus, okay? But generally most business cards don't. So do check it. Make sure you haven't opened 5 credit cards in the past 24 months. How to get out of it? Well, if you are in what we call 524 jail, really the only way to get out of it is just to wait. Wait till the oldest card is older than 24 months, all right? It's just, sorry guys, but you know, it's just a waiting game really. All right, let's now have a look at our next rule, and that would be the 1 Sapphire rule. Now this was brought in August 2018, so in the past, you were actually allowed to have more than 1 Sapphire, okay? You could have Sapphire Reserve and the Sapphire Preferred, for instance, and there's actually another secret Sapphire that you can only product change to that's lower than the Preferred, okay? No annual fee Sapphire. Not many people know about that one, but anyway, you can only have 1 Sapphire now. So as of August 2018, you can only have 1. There are exceptions to this rule, and the one big exception is people who had 2 Sapphires before that date. Now they are grandfathered in. Also, if you have a Sapphire and then you product change another card to a Sapphire, you may be able to have 2 Sapphires as well. But the amount of people that applies to is probably very small. But if you have a Sapphire currently, okay, no matter whether you've product changed it or whatever, or opened it, if you want to now open another Sapphire, you would have to downgrade that Sapphire, whether it's Reserve, Preferred, or regular Sapphire. You'd have to downgrade it to the Freedom or the Freedom Unlimited before you can actually apply for another Sapphire. Otherwise, you will be rejected because of the 1 Sapphire rule, okay? So you've done all that, okay? 524 is fine. 1 Sapphire rule, no problem. You haven't got a Sapphire, okay? You've closed it. And just what I would recommend as well, if you do close your Sapphire intending to apply for another one, I would suggest waiting 30 days just so that it's like 1 cycle of the credit report, you know, so that Chase can really see that you do not have a Sapphire open. Maybe you could just confirm it with the Chase banker, just tell them and they can check, but probably if it was me, I would wait 30 days. Anyway, so you've done all that, you're all ready, but there's one more rule that could trip you up and actually prevent you, not from opening your Sapphire Preferred card, that would be fine, but this rule may prevent you from getting the bonus, okay? And that is the 48-month bonus rule. Now this used to be 24 months, okay? But they increased it to 48 months to stop people churning, gaming the system. And this rule states you cannot get a bonus on a Sapphire card if you have had a Sapphire bonus within the past 48 months. And this is any Sapphire, okay? So the Preferred or the Reserve. And 48 months, by the way, that's 4 years, okay? If you just don't want to do the math yourself. So yeah, if you had a Sapphire in the past 48 months, a Sapphire bonus, okay, so it's not from when you opened your Sapphire, it's from when you received the bonus. If you had it in the past 48 months, you cannot get the bonus on another Sapphire, so you'd have to wait until it's past 48 months since you received that bonus, and also that Sapphire would have to be cancelled. So Mrs. Credit Shifu, for example, she just applied and got approved for the Sapphire Preferred 100,000 point bonus. She had the Sapphire, she got the bonus about, I think it was 2016, so it's like 5 years ago now, coming up to 5 years ago, so she's fine from the 48-month rule. She actually downgraded that Sapphire a couple of years ago to the Freedom to avoid the annual fee, because I have Sapphire Reserve, so if she wants to transfer out to airlines, she can transfer her points to me, and I can transfer to airlines, okay, because we're in 2-player mode anyway, so that's all fine. She doesn't need it, so she downgraded to Freedom, and now that it's been 4 years, it's been 48 months, she's got the opportunity to apply again, and sure enough, she applied. She got approved with a $19,000 credit limit, which is huge. Like, whoa, $19,000, man, that's amazing. That's like higher than any personal card I've got, okay? Apart from business cards, that's higher than any of my limits. So 48-month bonus rule, all right? You cannot get the bonus if you had a Sapphire bonus in the past 48 months, all right? Now, finally, we're just going to give you one more thing, which is pretty cool, which is how to get the first year annual fee waived, okay? And this is not guaranteed, okay? But there was an article in US Credit Card Guide, this blog, and you can see here, they've collected a data point. The offer, there is a 100,000 point offer that you can get in branch that actually has the $95 first year annual fee waived, okay? But they do have a word of caution that some bankers do not have access to the 100K offer, and they might be giving you the old 80,000 point offer with the annual fee waived. So do just be careful if you go into branch and apply, just make sure you are actually getting the 100,000 point offer with the first year annual fee waived. But it apparently, according to their data points, it apparently is possible in branch to get it. All right. All right, guys, I hope that really helps you in, first of all, knowing what credit score, etc., to apply for the Sapphire, and secondly, whether you are eligible for that huge bonus. I will put a link to the Chase Sapphire Preferred below in case anyone wants to learn more about it. Also, we have our new Patreon page up and running. So if anyone does want sort of like extra content, like members only content, or the opportunity to actually interact with me on Zoom calls and ask questions and that kind of thing, we have that for you if you are interested, okay? Some people will not be interested. If this isn't for you, we're not trying to take your money, do not go and check it out, okay? Just watch our free stuff on YouTube. We're not gonna hold back anything from YouTube, okay? We'll still be doing the show. But people have been asking me on emails and DMs and stuff, hey, do you do consulting and that kind of stuff, all right? So this is really for those people. So there are 3 tiers. First tier is $5. Basically, you just buy me a coffee. As a thank you, you get access to our free beginner credit building course, okay? It's like a 5-video course. It's pretty comprehensive, so it's pretty cool. Second tier is $15 a month. You get access to the members only videos, okay? Which are gonna be pretty in-depth videos about points and miles and credit and all that kind of stuff. And then the last tier is $37 a month. You get access to Zoom calls every weekend where you can actually come on a call with me, ask questions, and it's a pretty small group of people. We're gonna keep it small, so you will actually get some personal time with me every week. And you could do it for a month, find out what you want, and then maybe downgrade to the lower tier or something, whatever. My real goal with this is to deliver value to the people who want it, okay? If you don't want it, if you're not interested, don't worry about it. Just watch the free stuff on YouTube, okay? But for those that are interested, link is below. All right, guys, please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.